the indoors. Flatten the curve. Don't you care about people dying? How do you convince those whose hearts are filled with fear that the security they've been promised will only lead to their destruction? That tyranny lurks behind every well-intentioned greater good. This is not the time to be sheep. It is the time to be shepherds.
Welcome to Plausible Foolishness. I'm Matt. I've got a perspective on stuff.
My name's Ray, and I am terrified right now, man. That was beautiful, by the way. It is time to be shepherds, and that's what this show's all about, which I'm very excited about. Let's get after it, baby. Baba Yaga, we're ready to go. If you're following us right now on TikTok, you gotta head over to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. That's twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness for the entire show. You get me, you get the mad scientist, Mad Matt, and we're gonna break it down for you today, and we're gonna get a little bit jacked. What episode are we on now?
Episode 107.
107, I lied to TikTok.
106.
Wasn't it 106 before that, too? Isn't this 108? What is this? I don't even know what day it is. I don't even know where I am right now. I've been in quarantine so long.
Last episode was the Faucian bargain.
Yeah, listen, man.
That was 106.
Listen, I've been watching too much Back to the Future. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what timeline this is, but it's all good. But welcome to Plausible Foolishness, man. We're just two credulous rubes from the middle of nowhere, Florida, and, we've got opinions on things, man. We just try to tell the truth. We just try to bring you some truth. We're not L.A., we're not San Francisco, we're not New York, we're not, any other Democratic hellhole. We are here, real Americans talking about real things, and we got a lot to talk about today, man, which is going to be a lot of fun. So welcome to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. If you're on TikTok, head over to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. That's twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. We're already at 27 people watching, so you got to head over right now. You got to come check out the madness if you want the real show. When you come over, make sure you hit that follow button, hit that like button, and if you really like us, really, really like us, give us that subscribe, because it only helps out the show. It helps us do what we've got to do. But thank you for your follows, thank you for your likes, thank you for showing up, and thank you to all of our Patreons that keep us going and rocking and rolling, man. So it's going to be a lot of fun today. We're about to battle. I brought my Super Kick Party shirt. I'm ready to kick some teeth in, man. I'm here to destroy some logic. So you ready to get going?
Yeah, let's go.
Dude, I'm jacked up, man. Give me a story. Give me something to talk about, man. What you got, bruh?
Well, there's lots of stuff going on.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
There's the same stuff that we've been talking about.
Sure.
Weeks on end.
Sure.
Weeks and months.
Weeks and months.
Months that they want to turn into years.
Hey, man, Phew.
Do you see that CNN panel?
Yeah, we had a, what was it about? It was about that corona, Wuhan flu, Tom Hanks disease.
Yeah, the Kung flu.
The Kung flu, yes, that's right. They had a panel for the Kung flu on the...
CNN had a bunch of experts.
Yeah, man. The Clown News Network.
Really, really, really top-notch, high-level experts to discuss the crisis that has beset our planet.
Like medical doctors and stuff?
Yeah, sure, yeah. Like pandemic experts.
Okay.
Virology experts.
Okay, rock and roll.
Yeah, and of course, tip top of the panel.
Tip top.
Yeah,
Whoa. Wait a minute. The best of the best you're talking about? Is that what you mean by tip top?
Yeah.
Like they would know.
Yeah. Clearly,
Oh, like the two California doctors that are at the front line basically saying this is complete bullcrap?
No, those are jabronis.
Oh.
Those are jabronis running their mouth. Oh. We all know this because YouTube, deleted their videos.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
They wouldn't do that if those people weren't jabronis. Okay?
Is that why we're on twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness?
Yeah.
That's why we're on twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. Yes. So we don't
those doctors are schmucks. Yeah. And we don't need to listen to them.
Oh, I know.
But we do need the best of the best experts.
I got it. I've got it right now. It's the killer hornets. It's the human killing hornets. Monster hornets.
Well, those are insects.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry. My bad. I know.
Got it.
I got it. I've got it right now. Is it Colonel Flynn? Is it Flynn?
No, he's a traitor, and
what?
and
Traitor? I thought he just got exonerated.
AG Barr should be removed from office.
100%. Anthony Barr? Anthony Barr? Was it Barr?
AG Barr.
AG Barr. Sorry,
I think it's Bill.
I got
Barr.
excited. Bill Barr?
Bill Barr.
Bill Barr? He was on there?
The Eternal. No, he definitely wasn't. No.
Okay, dang it.
Oh gosh, he's terrible.
Man, that's
he's the worst. This was. I'll spell it out for you.
What, no. One more guess. One more guess.
I'll give you one more.
It's got to be Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil, right?
It's close.
Close? Okay.
Close.
Okay. I'm excited.
I think he was a standby.
Okay, standby.
Okay.
All right.
But no, this was the expert of all experts, Greta Thunberg.
How dare you!
How dare you! Where did she come from? Out of nowhere. It's like a Randy Orton.
Out of nowhere.
Oh, please do that again. Please give it a.
I'm still working on the video. I need the Alpha channel, but
how dare you!
If you're on TikTok, you are missing out. You've got to head over to twitch.tv/PlausibleFoolishness. Give us a like and follow. Greta Thunberg, man.
Yeah, she's
ripe old age of 14,
she's
man.
a pandemic expert.
Pandemic expert.
Mm-hmm. Well, she does understand the pandemic that is climate change. So, we...
What's her degree in again?
Her degree is in skipping school until, the world does something about climate change.
Wow.
Yeah. Living it up on her parents' yacht while enjoying the praises of the left and the media.
As media is struggling to hold on to their authenticity.
And
go ahead.
Well, and to quote Deep State here.
Deep State!
Thanks for bringing up Greta. I've been having trouble keeping her in the news. Her carbon exchange masks are shipping soon. Please spread the word.
Oh my gosh. So, question. Media's already struggling for credibility. CBS got blown up for the Italian video that they, dubbed as New York, which was completely fabricated.
Oh, the video of an Italian hospital going crazy?
Yes. That they said was New York City.
Yeah.
And that ended up being complete
That's legit. Yeah, that's
fake
legit.
news.
That's
legit?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's legit.
And then Project Veritas just busted them for...
That was CBS.
Oh, CBS, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just talking about media in general. They're getting busted left and right.
Yeah.
So CBS gets busted again, fluffing the numbers because nobody was in line to get tested for COVID-19.
To be fair, CBS claimed that they had no idea, and a lot of the evidence does look like the hospital was the one doing that.
Oh,
but either way, it was fake news.
Yeah, that's still fake news. Oh, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah. So media's already struggling with credibility, especially CNN. Yeah. Especially CNN. Right? I mean,
it's a
CNN,
shame, man.
I mean, CNN told us that, Flynn was the most evil person on the planet, right? And he was working directly with the Russians. Well, that ended up not being true. They told us that Donald Trump had hookers urinate all over him in a dossier that was completely fictitious and made, not true and paid for by Hillary Clinton. And we still went through 3 years of a trial for it. That ended up not being true. CNN also told us about Ukraine Gate. There was something going on with Ukraine or something like that. And something about horrible quid pro quo, even though it's not a crime. Donald Trump releases a transcript. They still push the narrative that he did something wrong. He gets impeached by the, disgusting House that's trying to push a $3 trillion bill through, to devalue our dollar right now. But, don't pay attention to that either. So they've pushed a lot of false narratives. Aren't they the same ones that said that Kavanaugh was raping a bunch of girls when he was 18 too, or something like that? All women need to believe. Yeah, all that stuff like that.
CNN.
While ignoring Joe Biden.
CNN was one of many, sure.
While ignoring Joe Biden, but now CNN, the credible, stellar foundation of all that is news, has a 14-year-old girl telling you Americans how you should respond to the sniffles. How dare you? Is that what we've come to? Is that America now?
I think so.
So we have a 4 and 14-year-old coming onto our TV screens and telling us now. Billy, who just jumped in on there. Who we got?
That's Guns 1078 Joe B.
Did you say guns?
Guns.
Did you say guns?
I did say Guns.
Welcome, Guns. What's going on? That's my Alice Jones face.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
good.
need to take a picture with that. Be like, turn the friggin' frog. Give it to him.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that?
Welcome.
How dare you?
Welcome to twitch.tv/possiblefoolishness. Welcome to the fastest growing political podcast live stream on Twitch, but it's all good, man. Welcome to the show, Guns. It's all good. Now, here's the deal, man. So we got Greta out there telling us what to do again. Did that work so well the first time, by the way? How'd that work?
Well, we immediately stopped using fossil fuels.
Oh, that...
And we ceded control of the entire government to the UN.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Well, really, the world did.
Oh, okay, the world
So
did. Gotcha.
the world is united underneath the United Nations.
New world
so
order.
we got one world government, and no more fossil fuels. We all walk around with solar power cells everywhere, and we're living in a bright future.
How did I get here?
Yeah, well, you drove your solar powered car.
No, mine's fossil fuels, bro.
No,
What?
no, that's impossible.
What?
No, because she's
Supreme ruler of the earth?
she's great. She's fantastic.
How dare you?
Oh wait, none of that happened.
None of it happened.
What was I thinking?
None of that happened.
Sorry, I had an aneurysm.
So you're using her as an expert for COVID-19, and I say that very loosely, incredibly loosely. But we're using her as an expert now. So is AOC going to be an expert on? They're gonna bring OC in for this next week or something like that. Like what?
Well, she is an expert on drag queens.
Oh,
and,
drag queens. Gotcha.
Which
Huge
ones
population
should
in
win?
That's right.
A contest. So
She did drag queens.
yeah, it was a RuPaul's Drag Race.
Man, that's really that's tabletop. Dinner table issues in America.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, big
Yeah.
time, bro.
Who's gonna win RuPaul's Drag Race?
I made a video about, I was re-quoting a tweet that, people were like, Donald Trump's not a doctor. I was like, you're right. And, AOC's not a financial expert. And, Greta Thunberg's not an expert in climate change. And, Hillary Clinton's not president. And, Joe Biden's never going to win the presidency. And, I kept going through there, and people were like, AOC has an economics degree. And I'm like, okay. So here's a really simple question. If you have an economics degree and you're advocating for socialism, did you actually get one?
Yeah.
Did you really? I don't know.
Unfortunately, nowadays, yes. Yes, you did.
Oh, that's so sad. But, that shows the strength of our academic system here in the United States of America. Mm-hmm. Exciting. Well, it's dominated by liberals, so they destroy everything anyways.
It makes me very sad. Like, of all the places on the planet,
Sure.
where you should learn maybe something from, I don't know, an Adam Smith,
Okay.
a Hayek.
Okay. Did you see Selma Hayek?
No, not Selma.
Oh, sorry. My heart got a little
I actually
twitchy.
can't think of his first name.
I gotcha.
But, Austrian economics.
Sure.
Capitalism.
Oh, yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
The tenets and the wonder that is the capitalist system.
Sure.
You'd think that would be in good old America.
You think that?
The most powerful, most richest, most wealthy, most well-off country in the world, where
Sure.
the poorest person here lives 10 times better than the poorest person in the rest of the world.
Yeah, but you can't say that because that doesn't fit the narrative.
No, I
mean, it fits
understand that.
it fits
I
the
understand
statistic,
that.
but not the
I'm
narrative.
not talking about the narrative. I'm talking about if there was a place where these principles should be taught, you'd think it would be in America.
I mean, yeah.
We've seen nothing but benefit from the capitalist system.
Sure.
And we freaking don't teach it at all
Oh.
in our higher education systems.
Hey, but there's 37 genders, which
Except
is
as
super important.
a monstrous evil. A monstrous evil as compared to what?
Yeah.
Well, definitely not socialism, the most virtuous of all economic systems, where not a single person has ever died under socialism.
What's the socialism and communism kill count? What is it up to now?
Hundreds of millions.
Is it the number one killer of all time?
Yeah.
But like nobody wants to talk about that.
No.
Government is the number one killer. Yeah. Okay, but hey,
It's so just.
but the cop out is
It's so mind-boggling
well,
that it hurts my soul to think about it.
well. The thing is, this is you understand mathematics, right? So
Yeah.
Now, neither one of us have a mathematics degree. Now,
No.
the beautiful thing is this: I don't need a math degree to tell you that 2 + 2 = 4. Now, as badly as you're going to want to change that in your Orwellian hellhole that you're trying to create in America, it's not 5. If you've read the book 1984, it's 2 + 2 = 4, correct?
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. So, how many countries has socialism actually worked in?
Well, then...
Drum roll, please. 0! Yay! I don't even have an economics degree. Oh, Billy! Who hit us with that sub?
That would be, Bennis?
What's up, dude? Bennis, here's the beautiful thing. Because you're a subscriber, you get the first question in the Q&A when we get to the end of the show. So think of your Q&A. If you can't hang in for the whole thing, type it in right here, right now, so that we can remember it, and we will make sure that we have it so that you can watch it later on, man. So whatever question you want to ask the king of the rubes here, the masters, the mad scientist, Mad Matt, and the strong one, a.k.a. the Ray one, just, hey, send it our way, man. We would love to answer it, and welcome to the Rube Empire, man. So, big clap for you, man. I like it. So, 0.
Yes, 0. 0.
So,
And the kill count is enormous.
yeah.
It always falls apart. It always ends up with people dying because of... I mean, some of it, because of gulags.
Yep.
Because of, riots. But mainly because of starvation.
Ah!
Starvation is like the number one reason that their people died.
Sure.
Because the system does not work. You cannot manage that much.
So, if you're a liberal and you realize...
Hell
Welcome,
yeah.
brother. So when you realize like how astronomically high the kill count is for communism and socialism... But Ray, they're not the same thing. Okay, cool. Here, let me describe it. Let me make it simple for you, okay? Communism is a piece of dog trash.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say poop or something worse, but I'm trying to keep it PG in this place, okay? It is a big pile of dog feces. You know what socialism is? A big pile of dog feces with sprinkles on it. Yay!
Yeah. They are different, but they are right. They are different things. Communism is just the end goal of socialism.
It's what's going to end up happening.
Yeah.
Every time.
Communism has never actually happened because that's the utopia
I know.
that socialism is supposed to bring us to and never gets us
Never
there.
works. But what's ironic about these liberals is they ignore this kill count. They ignore the fact of how bad socialism and communism not only wrecks people's lives, but kills people, but they are obsessed with the kill count that's going on with COVID-19 right now. Obsessed with it, right?
Yeah.
Even though it's been proven over and over again that they're hijacking flu and pneumonia deaths to the point where they had to remove the page because it's getting so apparent that the reality is, are people really dying from COVID-19? I would say yes, there's a very tiny fraction, right? And what they're trying to use is, well, Fauci went on Congress and said the death count is vastly underestimated. Well, that's funny because Dr. Burke, who's on that same panel, said the opposite. Mm-hmm. The complete opposite.
I can't trust anything that's coming from the CDC.
Her own words, I can't trust anything from the CDC. Because here's the reality. If you follow my TikTok page, if you follow this show, we have documented how fraudulent the numbers are and the reporting of this disease pandemic has been. But here's the thing. Even if you take the CDC numbers, which are completely fraudulent, that the kill count right now is at 83,000 people. In a population of, I found this out today, 328 million American citizens. So we went up 1 million. Like in a month. I didn't know if you knew that.
Cool.
More people, more babies, even though we're killing 2,000 a day in abortion. But here's the thing. In that population, you know what the breakdown, the death count is? It's 0.00025. That's your death rate. Guess what the survival rate is? 99.999, and I'm not speaking German, okay? 7 something. So you're obsessed with something that 99.99% of you will survive and are advocating the thing that we know will kill tons of people.
The LA Times posted an article about the closures, and the death toll from that might exceed
The actual...
the COVID-19 deaths.
And it will. Every time, every 10% of unemployment is 40,000 deaths. And that statistic is taken from the 1970s. That number is not going to go down, kiddos. It goes up. Sorry. Reality check. Every 10% of unemployment, and that's when the states were not even close to the size it is now, 40,000 people will die. From suicide, from stupid activity, from whatever.
But don't you care about people dying?
Yes, I do. I care more.
No. From the coronavirus. I mean, how many people did we save? We don't even know.
Here's the problem.
How can we know?
If the cure is worse than disease, it doesn't make any sense. Here's the thing. Let me say this nicely. I care about all death. Period. What I don't stand for is hysteria. When 2,000 babies went to their maker today, 800 of them being black babies, by the way, went to their maker, you said nothing. Nothing. Now we have a disease that, 83,000. You're panicked about that, even though that's the normal stats for flu and pneumonia. By the way, 97,000 people every year die from flu and pneumonia. You say nothing. But because we had to quiet Hong Kong and Orange Man bad, you're excited about this one.
And then we know that that 83,000 isn't even an accurate
It's
number.
not a real number.
Yeah.
It's not even real. In the own CDC reporting, when people are like, oh, this is CDC stats. I'm like, in the own reporting, in that little blue thing where you click to see where they get the numbers, it's confirmed and probable/presumed deaths. Caveat, that means they don't know. They're guessing. And they've admitted that if you die and you happen to have COVID, that's your cause of death. How many times do we numerously have to show you when people die in car accidents and they're labeled COVID-19
Well,
deaths?
but it does make sense. I mean...
How?
Well, first of all, like your car accidents, I'm sure COVID-19 drove them to get into the car accident. They lost control because they were so sick.
So sick.
All right?
Yeah.
Secondly, it's so deadly.
So deadly.
It's so deadly that we just know that was the cause of death. We just know.
With an
It's so deadly.
0.0025
Yeah,
death
man.
rate.
That's like crazy deadly. Right?
Not even close.
No?
It sounds a lot like liberal logic, so I'm not sure. And here's the bad thing, is they're admitting it. They've admitted it.
Well, from the very beginning,
They've admitted it.
From the very beginning, we've known that the numbers were bogus. I mean, they're telling us that like 85%. I mean, I've said this a million times. 85% of
Hillary has a higher death count. It's COVID-19. Yeah, probably
sure.
true. Probably true.
85% of people who have it will experience little to no symptoms.
Yes.
So, like, they're giving us this massive mortality rate.
Yep.
And then saying that. And we're like, well, then if that's true, then tons more people have it than we know.
Yeah, 100%.
Which makes the mortality rate way lower.
Way lower.
Which we now have. I mean, it's just like, if you just take a second and listen to what they're saying, 2 + 2 isn't equaling 4.
Yeah.
You know?
It's 5. Ironically. Just like George Orwell told us.
But we...
Seth Rich was killed during armed robbery. Oh, deep state, you're so ridiculous. But no, I mean, we talked about this ad nauseum, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but please, here's a couple things. If you're a Corona bro, I want you to just stop saying a few phrases, okay? I'm going to help you out with this, okay? Corona bros, stop saying the death count is 6%. That's not even mathematically true at all.
It's not even close.
Not even close. Read the USC study. I hate saying USC because I am a former UCLA coach, okay? I hate giving props to that stupid university across town, okay? I don't fight on, they can all kick rocks, okay? Period. But do the math. They're estimating that they've underestimated the actual infestation rate 55 times. That means 55 times more people that are actually have infected with COVID-19 have it. Which means your death percentage is nowhere even close. Nowhere even close. So stop saying that, okay? Stop throwing Fauci out like he is the only expert. Rand Paul ran through him yesterday. Did you see his interview?
Saw a little clip of it, but it wasn't
he
much.
mopped the dude up. It's like, listen, Fauci, we get it, man. Hey, but guess what? You're one guy. And we're hearing doctors all over the country on the front lines treating this, telling you you're full of crap. You have people in your own group telling you you're full of crap. And, like, liberal, it's confirmation biased at the top end. Now, they'll say the same thing about us.
It's not even... Yeah.
But here's the thing. I'm just going off math and reality.
Yeah, and even
Sorry.
And in Fauci's case, I don't think it's confirmation, but I think it's push the narrative at all costs.
100%.
Push the narrative at all costs.
I mean, because he's not tied to anything with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
No,
whatsoever.
he's
not tied.
He's not tight with the Clintons at
No.
all. You know,
No. He's clean as a whistle, man. No deep state there, right? Deep state. He's not one of yours, right? Deep state. I mean, come on, man. Come on. But just here's the problem. I'm not saying that he's a complete whack job, but the problem is this: when he is blatantly telling you that there are no vaccinations out there whatsoever. 3 of them got approved. Look this crap up for yourself. Don't trust me. Just look. God forbid. Go look this up yourself, okay? There's one U.S. patent for coronavirus for humans, human consumption, and there are 2 European patents that I put on my the strong one on TikTok. You can see the video if you want to check it out and confirm it. I have the numbers up there for you. Go look it up for yourself. These things were put in place. Guess what year? 2006! 2006. Guess when they got green-lighted for human use? November 19th. 2019. So literally right before this stuff started happening. Yeah. Weird. So weird. They got green-lit. All 3 of them. All 3 patents get green-lit right before the pandemic begins. Give me a break, man. But hey, man, it's just a conspiracy theory. You can look it up yourself. Go look at the U.S. Patent Office. Please go. You look at the European. It's under EU, European Patent Office. Please take a look for yourself. Please prove me wrong. You will, and if you still willfully see that and believe this crap, I'm sorry, man. You're high. Okay? Santa Claus is real. Santa Claus is real. Sorry. I had to
He is real. Right? He lives in the North Pole and he brings me presents.
Listen, man.
Every year.
Listen,
right?
Neil. Listen.
Because I'm a good boy who believes the narrative.
Listen, Neil Armstrong. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I believe the narrative. It's the narrative over the statistics, dang it.
Yeah.
And that's really what it comes down to.
Also, back to Fauci.
Yeah.
It's not like he was ever accused of, delaying information on another virus or giving wrong information on another
Don't you quote that Plandemic movie. Don't you quote it, you conspiracy nut.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
YouTube and Facebook said it was wasn't true, so it wasn't true.
You do have a good point there.
And we know Snopes and PolitiFacts never skew stats ever.
That's obviously true.
No, my favorite Snopes and PolitiFact debunk was people are not. No. This is what they said. They said hospitals are not getting $13,000 for every registered COVID death. They're not getting that. It's partially false. That's how they labeled it. I'm like, wait a minute, time out. In the own CDC is telling you we're paying these people $13,000 or $1,300 for a COVID-19 death and $39 for a ventilator. Okay. And Snopes is saying, well, that's not true. It's freaking in the CDC reporting.
So what was their explanation?
Their explanation was you can't use that as evil intention.
So yes,
they weren't doing it for evil intention.
They are getting that money, but that does not necessarily correlate to them lying about the numbers in order to get that money.
Exactly.
I mean,
even though it's true, it's not true.
It is true that they're getting the money. Okay.
My boy Deeds.
But that doesn't mean that they're not 100% accurate in every report.
Listen, the hospitals are totally altruistic, man. They have no desire to make money because they're not a profit business, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, man, listen. But yeah, Fauci knew about freaking AIDS 3 years before AIDS. Didn't say a word. Mm-hmm. And you don't need
shut down other researchers who were researching it.
100%. Like just do a modicum of research. You can't hide in the internet age. You can't hide. And if you trust anything that people tell you just to trust it, you are a freaking fool. Even us, even the plausible foolishness king of the rubes, okay? Will lead us to kings. Sorry, I had to do a little Tenacious D. Lead us to kings. You know that song?
Yeah.
Right? We're telling you, fact check every single thing that we say. Don't trust us. Don't trust us. Do your own math. Do your own research. Look at the CDC reporting that they just deleted offline because they didn't want to get exposed. Literally look this stuff up, man. Seriously. Take 2 seconds to research this stuff, and it will enlighten your entire life. It'll ease a lot of the stress and whatever you're creating in your head that you think you're going to die. Because guess what? I've heard a million Bubble Boys. I've heard a million Corona Bros. I've heard a million people that are just die hard believing this narrative. And when I say this, it may come across as if I'm disagreeing with Donald Trump and how he's handling it. I do. I wholeheartedly disagree with how Trump handled this whole situation. I think he should have treated it just like the flu and pneumonia, just like Sweden did. Which, by the way, guess what their kill count is, by the way, percentage-wise? The same as ours! And they didn't kill their economy. Crazy. Crazy. They told old people, stay home. Everybody else, wash your hands. That's what they told people to do. They didn't shut down the economy. They didn't shut down anything else. And I hate putting Sweden on a pedestal. Because then people will be like, well, see, you believe in socialism. They're not a socialist country. Sorry. But they didn't kill their economy for the Tom Hanks disease, kids. Mm-hmm. They didn't kill it for the normal flu and pneumonia deaths that we have every single year, that you ignore every single year. I'm sorry. So I agree with Orange Man. Orange Man was wrong on this one. I understand why Orange Man did this. I understand the politics behind it. I understand it is an election year. I understand he's trying to mitigate any possible stupidity the media could use against him. Like the newest one, you hear about the Chinese reporter? It basically was like, America's the reason that this is happening in America. And he's like, why don't you go ask China? It started in China. And she's like, did you say, why were you asking me that question? She happened to be of Asian descent. So she tried to get him with, you're racist for asking me telling me an actual statement that's true. And guess what Trump did? Thanks, folks, for the questions. Have a good one. Which was masterful, by the way, if you didn't see it. But this is the absurdity. He played their game stupidly. Wrong. Orange Man wrong. Okay? He took a 3-year booming economy and destroyed it because 2 doctors made 2 predictions that have not come anywhere close to being true about this disease whatsoever.
Again,
sorry.
But you're saying that, but he didn't. He didn't shut down the country.
You're right.
He left it up to the governors, which is what he was supposed to do.
Which is the federal. I get it. I get
Right.
it. Totally. I'm glad. I agree with him that he shut down China. I'm glad that he shut down the immigration. Makes sense. But he played. Here's my thing. He gave this too much love, which is good for his approval rating because it's helped him out in the approval rating. More people are seeing him visibly. They like what they see. They like the leadership, so on and so forth. The problem, though, is you have given power to a bunch of governors that, no offense, are wussies spelled with a P, like our governor, Ron DeSantis, which I'm going to get on his crap here in a little bit, all right? Because here's the reality of the situation. You give power to these governors, like the governors of California, that are shutting everything down till August. You hear that, by the way? California's like uprising like heck to the no.
Yeah.
Do you have the video? The hell to give it to
Come on, hell no, to the no, 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 hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
And literally, like Fresno, normal Californians are uprising to the point where they had a special election, weird, in the midst of a pandemic, and a Republican won. In a normally blue area. Spoiler alert, I think I called this years ago, California's going red this year. I'm calling it right now. But, anyways, I digress. But my point is this. Orange Man's given this so much love that people have found the pressure to do this, right? And all we had to do was do what Sweden did, which was treat this exactly the way it's supposed to be. It's the flu and pneumonia from China. China. You feel me, dog?
I feel you.
Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm taking crazy pills. But gosh forbid. It is what it is, man. What you looking at, bro?
I'm just trying to see. Some
so
some people are having trouble.
Lagging?
Yeah, but
Here's the beautiful thing. If you, for any reason, can't hear us, we're going to post this. It goes right on twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness.
it goes. Well, it's there on Twitch. Yeah,
It's on
but
Twitch.
it's also on YouTube.
It's on
later tonight.
Yeah, man. So you've got two opportunities.
And I think we're gonna start up the posting it as a podcast again because we got awesome supporters and Patreons, subscribers.
Wait a minute. So the money that they're giving us, we're going to use that money to put this on podcast form so that you can literally listen to this at work, in your car, anywhere that you want to be.
Yes,
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding
Are
you.
you kidding me?
I am not.
That is a smart freaking idea.
Well,
And we couldn't do it without the support of the Rube Empire. Thank you so much, guys.
yeah. Thank you. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. Throw us a few cheers. Go to patreon.com/plausiblepoolishness and become a patron.
But moral of the story here. Socialism good. We'll ignore the fact that it kills everybody. But Orange Man evil because of China flu.
And the thing about it was,
Come on,
I can't remember how she phrased the question.
She
But basically she was...
blaming him.
Well, she was... So...
You mean the Asian persuasion lady?
yeah.
Reporter?
Basically, when I was listening to it, I was thinking about what she was asking specifically that led them down that path.
Yeah.
And so, he's constantly bombarded by, such as this and this and this and that and that. And then he defends himself.
Yep. Which he should.
And then her question was, why did you defend yourself? Essentially, why did you defend yourself that way? And it's like,
we did a great job. Ask China.
yeah, and it's like, he can't do anything right.
Of course not.
And then when he disagrees with them, he can't defend himself because if you defend yourself, that's also something that they will use against you.
I know, man.
And it's like, it's just so absurd.
It's pointless. It's pointless. You know what's funny is
they're so pathetic.
I know. And the thing is, the lack of awareness is hilarious to me. Because they use that on CNN, that also used Greta Thunberg as an expert on COVID-19. They said that was just confirming Donald Trump's a racist.
He's such a fool. I mean...
Are you serious? Are you serious? We can't say China. We can't name the country where this originated. We can't name that.
Not to a Chinese person. That could be... Not to an Asian person. That could be offensive.
Racist. So if I'm running into a black person and I point out the ills of Africa, That would be racist.
Well, no, you're black.
Okay, if you did it,
Yeah,
it'd be horrible.
100%. 100%.
Oh, okay.
So, here's what they want. I, Whitey McWhiteperson, will never, ever, even look at a POC, person of color. Definitely not look them in the eye, and God forbid I ever speak to them. In fact, what I should do is stop moving, move off of the side of the road, get genuflect, and get on my hands and knees as they pass by. Okay?
I got you.
And then, once they've passed by, I can go back on my merry way. That's the only way to properly interact as a white... Actually, you know what? Even better. All white people should just move to the woods. Okay? Separately, stay apart, because you don't want us to congregate.
Yeah.
So then we're just building a white supremacist nation. Okay? But go into the woods, never interact with each other or any other person again.
Segregation.
And then white supremacy will only have, like, what, a 2-yard radius around each individual white person.
That's an incredible narrative. Is that the same one that they use for this whole Aubrey Ahmad situation, too? Is that the same one that they use for this?
Yeah, I mean, it's a mess. That is a messed up situation.
It is. 100%.
No doubt. No doubt.
We talked about it last week, though, didn't we?
No, we didn't.
We didn't. Okay.
No, it had just
happened.
And so we were both a little unaware of what was going on.
Let me give you the 10-second tour of this then. So, this is how it was reported. Okay, black kid is gunned down by white supremacists, and they
chased down,
and
shot.
And
unarmed.
shot.
Sorry, you forgot. Unarmed black kid.
Yes, unarmed black kid.
Just running in his neighborhood, exercising,
jogging.
Yeah,
he was
jogging. Is it a soft jag?
I think jogging.
Yeah, jogging.
He was just jogging. That is literally the story that was told us. And the kicker was these guys didn't face prosecution for 2 months. Those evil white supremacists.
Also, the news media didn't report on it for 2 months until it became necessary to keep the eyes on their product.
COVID-19's failing and the murder hornets are not working. Send in the racism! Now,
Yep.
You all fell for it. I made a video about it, and I said, listen, at the end of the day, the video that they put online of this kid getting shot, pretty horrible.
Terrible.
Pretty horrible. And if this all ends up being true, those guys should go to jail and face prosecution.
For sure.
But I also stated in that same comment that guess what? This isn't a race thing. They weren't gunning down black people. This is a small town corruption case. Potentially. What's the golden rule of media? Give it 4 or 5 days. Now, the whole time we were told these guys were white supremacists. This kid was just jogging and never did anything crazy, okay? And the excuse of those white supremacists were they were doing a citizen's arrest because this kid was just stalking around.
Well, he fit the profile.
He fit the profile of a guy who was trespassing all over properties.
What profile? Black guy?
Oh, duh. And you know what's funny? These guys get arrested because of the social media pressure, right? Mm-hmm. But then something slipped into the ether. Something happened.
Well,
surveillance footage came out for weeks and weeks leading up to this incident. And wouldn't you know it, by golly, Ahmaud Arbery was on those tapes. Just hanging out inside of construction sites.
A construction site that had been robbed previously multiple times.
That had been robbed. And you know what's funny in the video is it looks like he's casing the place to see if there's valuable things to take from it.
What valuable things? Like power tools?
Power tools, copper, you name it. Things that could be stolen.
From a construction
site. From a construction site that had gotten things stolen from. To the point where they put surveillance footage surveillance cameras in there to make sure to figure out who's doing this. And you wouldn't believe who was in there. It was Mr. Arbery. What? So what you're saying is he was just out jogging turned into hands up, don't shoot.
And here's the thing.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
Hands
sure.
up, don't shoot.
Yeah.
By the way, that wasn't real. That was made up. CNN pushed that one too. But go ahead.
Well, Tim Pool, I've started watching him a lot. He's just great.
Yeah, he's still sucking on the teat. Though.
I know. He still
believes, man.
He still believes that government can provide things.
Yes,
I understand that. Yeah,
yeah,
I understand that. That's not why I go to him. Okay, that's not why I think he's great. I think he's great because he is concerned with the truth.
Sure.
He cares about the truth.
Yep.
And that's all I want from my news source.
Yep.
You know?
What, the truth?
The truth. I want them to I want them to I don't even want the truth for them because you want
the narrative.
no, I don't want the narrative.
The narrative.
No, I don't want the narrative.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I'm not even like 100% like, well, this person can never make a mistake, never get it wrong. I want them to care about
the truth.
Getting it right.
Yes.
And when they get it wrong, to care about that so much that they change and do what's necessary to get it right in the future. Anyway.
But they never get it wrong.
Yeah.
Covington
Anyway,
Catholic
so that's why I think he's great. And
Sure.
so he was talking about there was what was it? I think it was the district attorney.
Mm-hmm.
One of the district attorneys had to recuse himself for various reasons. Apparently, his son worked with
that guy's son or whatever,
something like that.
Yeah. He had personal connections to the case.
And so he recused himself. But before he did, he said, and this was a quote, "We have video evidence of him at the robbery site."
Just one time, right?
Well, he didn't go into much more detail than that, but that he said that they had video evidence. This was before the videos came out.
Which they did weeks of, by the way, but keep going.
Yeah. This was before the videos came out. This was when you were getting headlines like unarmed black kid jogging in his neighborhood gets chased down and gunned to death and shot to death by white supremacists.
Yep.
And you've got a DA making a bold statement like that.
Oh, by
and
the
they're
way,
still making.
Yeah.
They're still making because they don't care about the truth.
Nope.
They only care about dividing us. You know what it really is? You said that the murder hornets weren't working. I think the murder hornets are just, an interesting aside.
Yeah.
But it was very much, wow, look at all these protests ringing out. And look who's in the protests.
White people with guns.
Black people. Asian people. Hispanic people. It's like the American people are uniting against tyranny. We can't have that. Let's sow some more racial division. 100%. Hey, I've got a story that we've been sitting on for 2 months, waiting for just the perfect time. Well, now's the perfect time, guy. Let's go for it. Well, but they had this. The DA said that they have video evidence of the guy, so it might not actually be. We don't care about that. Whatever we need to do to sow racial division.
I never thought of that. If you didn't just hear that and think about that, this is why you watch Plausible Foolishness. For this. Think about what he just said. We're all unifying. White, black, Asian. We're all getting pissed because we're perpetrating this bullcrap, this hysteria to shut down our economy and hurt us. We're unifying against the tyranny. And then they throw in a half-assed story about white supremacists and then use it not to tell the story, but to say that all white people are racist. And then when the truth starts coming out, and not only just the surveillance pictures, Ahmaud Arbery's friends even said it themselves. This wasn't a racist thing. This is not about race. 2 black guys who were best friends with this guy said this was not about race.
Wow.
But that's not what the media said. That's not what you did on social media.
Yeah.
Oh, it's. I put it on my Instagram. I was like, thank you. This was a horrible situation.
Sure.
He died. That's terrible.
He didn't deserve to die for burglary.
No, he didn't. Not at all.
But if you watch the video of him getting shot, he is fighting with the person over the weapon.
What do you do?
Yeah, I mean...
What do you do?
You know? I mean, it could have been his very own actions that set the gun off.
Yep. And the flip side is this. He's not innocent in the situation. At all. At all. So you tried to turn another Ferguson because of Michael Brown. Remember Michael Brown? That poor innocent little kid that robbed a freaking gas station minutes before he gets shot after he punches a police officer and goes for his gun.
Breaks the orbital bone.
Breaks the police officer's orbital bone. And for weeks you told us, hands up, don't shoot. He got shot in the back.
For weeks after we knew what happened.
What actually happened?
For months after, it was still hands up, don't shoot.
So that lie turns into Ferguson riots, people dying, and stuff getting burnt and torn down over a lie. You tried it again when we tried to unite against this tyranny that's happening right now in America. My mind's blown right now, by the way. You blew my mind. This is the guy that called out Hong Kong. Listen, we're tired of being right. Aren't you tired of being right? Didn't I predict that there would be a shooting like the next day after the what was it, when the Mueller report.
Yeah.
When the Mueller report flopped on this program the night before, go back and watch it. I literally said there'll be a mass shooting in America. There wasn't just one, there was two on the same day. This guy called it. Oh, it's weird. Hong Kong's rising up. And he was the one giving it more love than I was giving it. The NBA got really quiet. Remember, they looked stupid because they were like trying to be like, oh, well, we're all for Colin Kaepernick protesting, but we're not for the Hong Kong people doing it because the Chinese overlords. And he called it. He's like, listen, they're doing this to shut up the whole Hong Kong thing. And then when you search it more, they're trying to shut up the fact that Trump got them into an actual real deal, scaring them from tariffs in Hong Kong. So, coronavirus.
This is retribution. Oh, you think you're going to mess up our economy? No.
The people start rising up, especially in Michigan. We start rising up and saying, this is bull crap. Here's a racism story, a half-cracked racism story that ends up proving it's a bad situation, but it's not racially motivated. Crickets.
Yeah. And how many are going to know that?
Yeah. I'm so tired of being right on the show. I'm so tired. These must be the seats of knowledge. We just need to start making predictions.
There's the reason why we're the emperors of the Rube Empire.
It's so ridiculous. But, think about this. But this is the chum they threw out. You bought it, and you still believe it's a racist thing. When the friends are telling you it's not a racist thing, literally, I saw another video of a guy coming down to the place where he got shot. There's no camera. There's no press. There's nothing there anymore. At all. Nothing. There's nothing. All this hate blew up to nothing. It was just online fodder, as usual. These guys are probably going to get off because guess what? The video confirms the fact that your boy went after the gun. It confirms the fact that he was hanging out weeks before as this place was getting robbed in surveillance video. He's going to get off. Or these guys are going to get off. It sucks the kid died. But guess what? A lot of bad decisions turn into those situations. Period.
It's true.
Now, here's the thing.
What's also unfortunate to me is that the fear and the just the downtrodden feeling is so pervasive in the black community that none of these new facts will reach them.
No.
They got the initial storyline, the initial headline. Worked. Where they wanted it to work. And
I hate
and that's
to say
unfortunate.
This. And I had a conversation with one of our boys about this, and he jumped on that immediately. And I've been tagging him on all this stuff. I'm like, listen, do you not see this now? Do you not see this? This wasn't a racially motivated thing, because that's the problem is we take the lie to use confirmation bias to a complete narrative that is exactly that, a narrative. Here's the math, kids. The least likely person to kill a black man in America is a white man. You know who the number one person, if you are a black person, period, woman, man, you know the number one killer of those kids are? Their moms.
Or an abortion doctor. The hitman that they hired.
They're complicit, though.
Yeah.
Your mom is most likely the one that would kill you if you're a black person. I know that just burned a hole in your brain, but you got to think about this. There were some years, statistically, that 61% of African-American deaths were abortion.
61.
On average, since 76, it's been 51%. That means there are more kids, black kids, that are aborted than live. Let that sink in for 3 seconds. Now, once you survive mom killing you, now you've got to contend with your other number one person that's going to kill you, which is another black man. 90% of black male homicides are committed by other black men. But you want us to believe, and I'm saying this as a black man, that Whitey's out to kill me every possible chance that you can. You're high. If you ignore the fact that almost 61% of us are murdered by our moms, and another 90% of the homicides that we encounter are from our own people, and then you're going to sit there and tell me that a white guy's out there to kill me, and that the whole country's racist, you're full of it.
Well, to be fair,
To be fair.
I've been trying really hard. It's not easy. So, you know.
Hey, number one killer of white men, 83%, another white guy. You know who's going to actually kill you? Someone your same pigment color. Sorry. I hate to bust your narrative up, but I pointed this out on TikTok the other day. If you're on TikTok, you should ever to twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness. I literally said, you just had a rapper that got gunned down, Nick Blixky, okay? Gets gunned down by gang members. You didn't hear jack crap about it. Not one word. Literally happened 2 days ago. You heard nothing. They don't know where the killers are. They just know they're black males.
Who are these people?
Huh?
These rappers.
Oh.
Like, I'll have never heard about them until they're dead.
Yeah, that's becoming a statistic. But that again, sorry.
But I mean, like, there seems to be like
a trend.
Well, obviously there's the trend. I'm not trying to be.
Oh, you racist whitey!
No, I'm not trying to be
whitey.
insensitive to their death. But it's like in the rap industry, like where's the Biggie Smalls and the Tupac and the like these household names?
Well,
even though I didn't listen to their music, I at least had heard of them.
Well, when the CIA started writing everyone's lyrics, and there's 16 artists, and Drake doesn't actually write his own raps, that's what kind of happens. But that's another story for another time. But my point is this: that happens tragically. Mm-hmm. Nothing is said. 800 black babies die every single year or every single day in America. 800 crickets. But a kid out jogging, even though he was hanging out in a place where stuff is being stolen from a construction site for weeks, gets stopped by 2 white guys as a citizen's arrest. The whole country's racist. Give me a break. Spare me. Please spare me your moral indignation, your moral outrage. Spare me. It's fake, it's phony, and it's not true. Don't use a tragedy of a kid's life dying to push an agenda, a narrative, or whatever. You're full of it. Because if you're that pissed about this, why aren't you pissed that 800 babies die every single day in this country? Why aren't you pissed when gangbangers shoot up people? Why aren't you pissed about that?
Yeah, it gets worse than just. I mean, the 800 deaths is horrific. So you said that 51%.
51% more kids, black kids, are aborted than born in America.
So yeah, 51% of the black baby population is
murdered.
Murdered in abortion.
One might call that genocide, but we'll ignore that like the Armenian genocide.
So that's 800 kids a day.
A day.
So that means that there are 792 kids that are born.
Yes.
And 75% of those will never know their father.
Yep.
Or
yes,
will know their father and he won't be around.
Yes, that is exactly true.
That's
but that's the white man's problem. White man did that.
White man didn't do that.
No, but the white man did that.
No. Government did that.
No, true.
Government did that.
But that's the plight. But those are the things we should attack. We should attack things like, why are we killing more of us than are living? And then when they come into the world, why are we abandoning our kids? Okay, why is that happening? Why is the white man making you do that? And then you're going to freak out and get pissed when a kid is hanging out and trespassing in a place he's not supposed to ends up in a bad, horrific situation.
Not even.
Spare
when
me.
you read a headline written by a white man, probably.
Yeah. Spare me. Spare me. But this is what we have to contend with. This is why plausible foolishness exists. Because as long as YouTube is kicking off actual doctors on the front line of COVID-19, there has to be a voice of dissent. Because here's the deal. I love Rand Paul, but he's the senator of Kentucky. Nobody cares about Kentucky. I love him. But on stage, he got rocked by Donald Trump because he's really not as potent as he needs to be. He's fire from the pulpit. But guess what? There ain't that many followers of him. Let's get real. Okay? This is why you need citizens that are thinking about this. Black men, white men, all men, human, just talking about truth to power when it comes to these fraudulent COVID-19 numbers, when it comes to this blatant attempt to try to distract you from the fact that whites, blacks, Asians, Hispanics came together to say, piss off, government, I want to work again. That was the distraction. Congratulations. And your mind should be blown because you're watching Plausible Foolishness at twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness. But while I'm pissed off at tyranny, while I'm pissed off at stupidity, I want to talk about Ron DeSantis. Ron, every time you come on screen, I regret the fact that I pushed for you. Now, the beautiful thing that you have to go up against is the other guy got caught high on cocaine in the middle of a gay orgy in Miami and so on and so
Not
forth.
cocaine.
Okay?
Cocaine's fine. Meth.
Oh, yeah, sorry. He was on meth. He was found naked.
Which is no longer illegal, so...
Yeah. He was caught naked, high on meth, with an OD'd gay prostitute in an orgy. That would have been our other choice. So keep in mind. And if he was in power, we probably would be quarantined until the cows come home.
Oh my God,
okay?
it would be.
So it would have been worse, to be fair.
Yeah, thank God.
You are the Diet Coke versus drinking, I don't know, what's the nastiest thing I've ever drank?
That Italian drink that's at the Coca-Cola
Oh, that's pretty
pool
bad.
centers? Yeah, it's
Pretty bad,
it's
but
awful.
Jägermeister is the nastiest thing you
Really?
can drink. Oh, it's disgusting. It's black licorice. It's
Okay.
black licorice liquor. It's disgusting. So we didn't get Jägermeister. We got Diet Coke. Okay. Now Diet Coke is gross too, for many things here, Ron. Because a couple weeks ago you told us that we're doing it better than everybody else, so let's stay shut down. What? We've literally flattened the curve. And you've literally called out the hysteria of the media, but you're still sticking to this thing, to the point where people had to freak out and uprise against you just to let barbers do their thing. But here is the tripling down on the stupid. Sorry, I had to do a Dave Ramsey on that. The stupid. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Does that sound like
It's pretty
him?
loud, too.
Sorry for the girls. Girls in the room.
Also the mic,
Sorry. Stupid.
the neighbors.
Love you, neighbors. Stay indoors, flatten the curve, okay? Wear a mask. He goes and has the balls to make a national announcement to all the professional sports teams in the country and say, hey, by the way, Florida's kicking butt. We're doing really well. You should have all of your athletes in sporting events here in Florida until this all passes by. You haven't even opened up the gyms yet, you slappy. You slappy slapperkins. You slappy McSlap, slap happy, stupid slapperkins. How do you have the nuts to go on national TV and say, have your professional sports leagues here, when they can't even go to the gym, bro? Stupid. Sorry, I'm done. I'm done with that. Like, think about that.
Yeah.
Hey, let's have professional football here in Florida. One of the major preparations to do a contact sport like that is weight training. Mm-hmm. What are they going to do? Stand outside the stadium and do clap push-ups? Are you kidding me? You want baseball here? They squat. You want soccer here? Yeah, they don't lift, never mind. Okay, but you want all these sports here that require the moving of the iron, and your gyms aren't open, slappy. Think about that stupidity. Stupid. Give me a hell no. Give me a hell no.
Come on, hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no.
Sorry, I had to do it. Stupid. Sorry. But does that make any sense?
When Are we in phase 2 yet?
No!
Okay, so it's
Gyms
phase
were
2 when
supposed to
gyms
be open on May 8th. He extended that. So how do you go on public TV and say, by the way...
Doesn't he look at your Instagram?
I tag him every single day. He knows. He knows. DeSantis, don't you all have home gyms? No, you jackass! Stupid! Sorry.
Yeah, I wish I had a home gym.
I've had to go underground. I had to make moonshine, bro. I had to make runs. With my wife being terrified that I might get pulled over by the cops.
I have made some gains, though.
Have you?
I've gained a big fat belly. From all the free lunches and...
Thanks, Corona.
Yeah.
Gosh. But yeah, dude, it's crazy. Yeah, we're still in phase 1. We're still in phase 1. And this guy has the nuts to go out there and say, hey, come to Florida. Now, that's a phenomenal idea.
It is.
If it's consistent with your other actions.
Hey, come to Florida and play your professional sports where our own people can't do everything that they want to do.
You can't lift weights, even though you need to do that to compete at that level. Our own people can't lift weights, but yours definitely can.
I think your gym needs to go, you know what, we're opening. And that's all there is
Well,
to it.
their gyms have already been doing that. I won't name them, but there are gyms. My gym can't do that because my gym is in a very public place. You know that.
Yeah.
It's in a freaking shopping center. A lot of the underground gyms have already been opening up. Kudos to them, which is great. But it is what it is. Haley for President 2024. That's going to be a positive thing to end with. To our newest subscriber, I would love to talk about that towards the end here, man.
Sure.
But like, does anybody else feel like they're taking crazy pills around here anymore? Like, you got people saying that there's 6% deaths due to COVID-19. You got people saying that the entire country is racist in 2020. Give me a break. You got people completely ignoring the fact that Obama wiretaps the president and gets busted this week. Hardcore. No one's talking about that. Well, Fox News is talking about that too, to be fair. To be fair, okay? You got Ron DeSantis in phase 1 still stopping gyms and then telling sports teams to come here. Like, does anybody understand the liberal logic going on around here? Or is it just me? Am I crazy? Am I taking crazy pills?
No, you are not.
Are you sure?
I am sure.
All right, man. If you're on TikTok right now, head over to twitch.tv/possiblefoolishness. It's going to be fun. What you got, bro?
Oh, nothing. I was just...
What? What do you got, man?
I'm just resizing something. Don't worry about
Dude,
it.
I'm just jacked up. Listen, I am a nosy SOB, man.
Yeah.
I'm
you
nosy,
are.
okay?
Yeah, you really are.
I will turn in my neighbor if they don't wear a mask, okay? I will not report an illegal immigrant. I will not do that. Because that makes sense, too. Did you see that last week? You have sanctuary city governors and mayors telling you...
Florida has Tom Brady now. Can't you be satisfied?
No,
with
bro.
that?
No, deep state. I want my gym back.
Yeah.
I want my freaking gym back. I got my beaches back.
And they're on the
That made me
Buccaneers.
happy.
Who cares? Buccaneers suck.
Buccaneers suck, but guess what? You got Tom Brady now, bro. We got a chance. We got a
Who's
chance.
we?
I mean, the sports community
Just because I live in Orlando.
Time out. I'm Who Day no matter what. I'm a Bengals fan. It is 5-13 day. This is Cincinnati day today, okay? The 5-1-3, okay?
All right.
Big ups, Who Day, okay? But aren't you a little excited that Tom Brady's coming?
No, not really.
What? Gronk's gonna be here?
If he was on the Dolphins, then I might be.
Nobody cares about the Fins in Miami. It's all about the U in Miami, bro.
Well, of course. I mean, as far as the NFL, I don't really care about the NFL as a whole.
I don't really either, but...
But, yeah, so, go Canes. But, but if I'm going to be happy for an NFL team, I want it to be the Dolphins.
But why not the Bucks? What'd the Bucks do to you, bro?
Nothing.
They're right down the road, bro.
Yeah, I don't care.
What a hater.
I'm not from here.
Here's a cup of
I'm
hater.
from Miami.
There's a cup of hater right
I'm
over
from
there.
I'm from
That's true.
Miami.
Miami. What? Who that, dog?
That's CJ Marthin.
What's up? Welcome, brother. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the Rube Empire. Your magnanimous emperors welcome you.
And you get to ask a question at the end of the show, which we're going to do here in about a couple minutes, man. But here's the thing, man. I mean, I'm just tired of the hypocrisy. I'm tired of sanctuary city governors, sanctuary city mayors, not reporting illegal immigration because we know that's evil, but then setting up hotlines to turn in American citizens for breaking quarantine.
Don't you understand? It's us against them. They are not for us. Like, we need to be at odds with the government.
Yes.
In many ways. Like,
yes.
Is there some value? I'm not a full-on anarchist, you know? I'm not. There are jobs that I believe the government is responsible for.
Sure.
But that's it. And we have to realize...
Ooh,
Oh, okay. But that's it. But they will ever try to take more.
100%.
So we have to be at odds. But now we have to bid you adieu actually a little early.
Yes.
Turns out one of my little ones might be sick. So
here's the deal. The guys that just subscribed, save your questions. Save your questions for next week. We will definitely answer those. Make sure you submit them in our, the Discord?
Yeah.
Submit them in the
putting
Discord.
The link right now.
Yeah, send the Discord to those guys. We will answer those things first thing next week for Plausible Foolishness. Thank you so much. And then Bobby the Bull, real quick, the best place to eat in Florida. What's the best place to eat in Florida, in your opinion?
Depends on what you want.
I mean, Cuban food's phenomenal. What?
What up?
Deep State, you finally joined in?
Thank you for the...
Thanks, Deep State. I appreciate you, man.
that's 2 months. Appreciate you, Deep State.
Whoa, 2 months? Okay,
Yeah,
Deep
2
State.
months.
I feel you, bro. So, here's the thing.
Epstein didn't kill himself, though.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Epstein definitely didn't kill himself. Best place to eat in Florida. Go, quick. We'll finish it off with that.
Gosh. Okay, if we're gonna go Cuban food, my favorite place is Rice and Beans.
Ooh, rice and beans.
Mm.
I feel you.
That's here in Orlando.
True. What is that, Black Bean Cafe?
Yeah, it's alright.
Black Bean Cafe is pretty good in Orlando.
Yeah, but Rice and Beans is better. It's more authentic.
Okay. My favorite spot is in Clearwater, Florida, over there in Tampa, where Tom Brady's going to be. So, Tom, if you're watching, make sure you head over to Frenchie's. Frenchie's is the best place, in my opinion, in the entire state to eat. It's got grouper sandwiches. It's got this thing called she crab soup, which is phenomenal.
You're a big seafood guy?
Oh, I love seafood, homeboy. You didn't know that?
Well, I knew that.
What you know
I
about
knew
that,
you
dog?
liked that shrimp place in
Osteen's.
Osteen's in
Osteen's
St.
would
Augustine,
be
Florida.
number 2. I'd say Frenchie's. Frenchie's on
But
one side.
I didn't
and then
think
Osteen's on
that
the
your
other.
number one place would be a seafood place.
Oh.
I thought that was just the best place to get fried shrimp.
You ever seen Cats on Catnip?
Yeah.
That's the strong one on shrimp. Guys, we love you guys so much. We got to take care of dad business. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for all the subscribers today. If you really, really like us, make sure you hit subscribe afterwards. Support us on Patreon. We appreciate it. Thank you for all the love that we've been getting for the show. We are the fastest rising political show on Twitch. Definitely the most entertaining and definitely the sexiest. But keep watching us. We appreciate you guys so much. We love you guys. And I hope to see you next week, all right? Peace.
Peace out.